It's the Australian man of mystery, Leigh Ellis. What are you
Rocking
rocking?
the old Sonic Xavier Mcdaniels this morning. Thought it's appropriate.
You got the blindfold? Is that what
Yes, I do. Yeah,
lately? Because obviously you can't see the screen here.
It's like Bono's glasses, really, from Achtung Baby, you know?
Good luck to us and good luck to you, Leigh, guessing these ones.
Okay.
All right, this is from February 2nd, 1987. You are this player.
Yes.
Literally right now, you are this player.
Okay. Yeah, Xavier McDaniels.
In the midst of his second stint with the Golden State Warriors, blank played 55 minutes that night and would play in his lone All-Star game a few days later, scoring 43 points while racking up 24 points, 24 rebounds, 6 assists, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I believe Peter Vesey dubbed this guy Joe Barely Cares.
Wow.
Carroll.
The most famous player from the 1987 All-Star game.
I mean, it has to be Rolando then.
Oh, yeah, it's Rolando.
Okay, Leigh, I'm just going to give you the hint that he was a teammate of Rolando Blackman.
Okay. Can I ask questions, or you want me to just sort of...
Ask away.
Has this guy ever made an All-Star game?
I don't think he has. Yeah.
I think I've had this guy on my own popping packs.
You have.
And I think I even had a nice little conversation with him at Summer League about, 6-7 years ago. And he would later become a teammate in New York with Rolando Blackman as well. He is the Harp, Derek Harper.
You don't rack up 3 individual seasons of 2,000 or more points without an innate sense of how to put the ball in the hoop. High-scoring Portland Trailblazers forward was a walking bucket. We'll leave it at that.
I believe Jerome Kersey.
No. The Blazers part, I think, is the tricky part. Most known probably as a Nugget star.
Okay. Yeah. I believe he sung a duet with Elton John. Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Kiki Vanderway.
Well. You've also talked to this man, if I remember correctly. You talked to this guy, Leigh, but I don't think you ever had him on a show. We just happened to talk to him in a studio once upon a time about fashion.
Mostly about jeans.
A veteran who played 21 seasons, a one-time All-Star in 1992, the big man with the short arms from the Atlanta Hawks at the time, Kevin Willis.
The 2-time All-Star and future head coach of the Kings scored 10 points and dished out 4 assists during this game.
Very handsome man. Had a nice mustache, had beautiful hair, had the was just known as a ruggedly handsome dude. I think he spent some time with the Chicago Bulls too.
That's right.
Drafted by them, I think, wasn't
That's right, yeah. So it has to be the one and only Reggie Theus.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we just won! We just won it, This one's a free space. Otis Thorpe. This is one of the tougher names to know, I think. The Phoenix Suns' all-time leading scorer showcases that legendary touch against the Utah Jazz.
Well, I believe he was an All-Star in 87 too. A Tar Heel. I think Michael Jordan desperately wanted to play with this guy. I'm going with Walter Davis.
Also one of the tougher polls, I would say. On a team armed with a dominant front court, it pays to have skilled facilitators to get the big men the ball. Even in the tightest of windows, this player shows he's the man for the job, surveying the half-court offense from atop the key before unfurling a flawless high-arcing pass down low that instantly turns into a highlight reel alley-oop slam by a Houston Rockets teammate.
It's Ralph Sampson and Akeem Olajuwon, one of the 2 bigs that you've got to pass it to there. So in the backcourt, you had like a Lewis Lloyd, or Rodney Mcrae was more a forward.
This was against the Seattle Supersonics in Game 6 of the Western Conference semifinals.
Oh, there you go. I should know this one because I think Olajuwon had a monster game in that one.
More of a wing player than a straight-up backcourt player.
Yeah.
Rodney Mcrae?
Let's just say this. It's a huge dunk moment. It must run in the family.
Larry Nance.
Good guess. This player erupted for 34 points off the bench while adding 5 rebounds and 6 assists in the Knicks' thrilling victory.
Gerald Wilkins.
You're wearing the right shot. Sometimes a simple change of scenery is all a player needs to realize his true potential. After spending his first 3 seasons with the Mavs, averaging single digits in scoring, this guy exhibited one of the league's most dramatic year-to-year improvements.
Yeah, I mean, this guy had, in 1989, just an incredible season. He made his first All-Star game. He was a starter. He had 27 points. He won the 3-point shootout. but he also kind of peaked in 89. He came over in a trade with Al Wood from the Dallas Mavericks. That would be 3D Dale Ellis, the OG 3D.
Wow.
Yes!
Your dad, Dale Ellis. This player at the time, of course, is a coach now, which is why everybody has an impersonation of him yelling from the sidelines.
Even Jamie Foxx.
Defense, run, run, run. This man is not a surgeon, but he's known as the doc.
That's right. That's
Glenn
right.
Rivers.
He played for the Bucks.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. He was a power forward that, he could. He would probably be
the ball a little bit.
Yeah. He wasn't he was probably a
undersized
big guy,
power forward. Yeah,
maybe a little bit. He's smooth. He was smooth.
Yeah.
What else about him? I don't know a ton about him.
Did he end up playing for the San Antonio Spurs at one point?
Oh,
yes,
he did. He definitely did.
I think he was an all-star a couple of times as well.
He was.
And he is a town in Georgia here, in fact. He is Terry Cummings.
That's right. This man, we bought him a shot once, this man. In this video, in this moment, he's playing for Trey's team.
Yeah, I think he led the league in rebounding that year too. And this was his last season, I think, in Chicago before being traded for medical Bill Cartwright. It's got to be the Oak, Charles Oakley.
That's correct.
Yeah.
This guy is a giant dude. I'm going to give you that hint. And he is blocking a shot, which is perfect.
No surprise.
For his career.
A one-time All-Star. I think he was led the league in blocks 4 times. 7'3" Mark Eaton from the Utah Jazz.
That is well done, except the only thing you said incorrectly, I believe, is he's listed as 7'4". Yeah, Hall of Famer Leigh, giant guy, like a center. Don't want to give too much away on this one. We were just talking about Oakley making his way to this particular team.
Oh, okay. Well, it has to be the Rookie of the Year in 1986, Patrick Ewing. It's funny that I'm wearing Xavier Mcdaniels' shirt because Xavier McDaniel played 82 games in that season, and Patrick only played 50 and won Rookie of the Year. And Xav was like, they only gave it to him because he was in New York, man. That's why. Because Xav scored more. Xav averaged like 20 and 10. Patrick had a good season, but come on, played 50 games. Xav played them all.
This fella ranks in the top 20 all time with over 7,000 career assists. But that doesn't mean he ever shied away from taking a big shot with the game on the line. In a matchup ultimately decided by overtime, the Portland Trail Blazers' legendary point guard showcases his nose for big moments.
Yeah, this guy was number 30 for the Portland Trail Blazers. Very good, reliable, dependable point guard. I think he did make an all-star in the end. He bounced around. He played with the Timberwolves and a couple other teams towards the end of his career. But him and Clyde were a very good backcourt tandem. Has to be Terry Porter. Yeah, 1990 they should have. 91 they should have made the finals. That was the year they had home court against the Lakers, and they blew it in game 1. The Lakers won game 1. Then the Lakers won game 3 and 4 back in Los Angeles. Game 5 the Blazers won, and then the Lakers closed it out in 6 at home. Magic Johnson throws the ball down the end of the court at the end of game 6 as time's running out. So the Blazers blew it. Their best chance of winning the championship was the year they didn't even make the finals, because that was before Jordan had won. Now, would they have beaten the Bulls? Maybe, maybe not, but that was their best chance. They're trying to beat Jordan after he'd won a championship. Impossible at that point. Impossible.
Right. Also a Milwaukee Buck, a crucial reserve who possesses a starter's talent is a cheat code for any NBA squad.
Definitely an all-star in 91, coming off the bench for the Milwaukee Bucks. And he was literally a walking bucket. He would pierce the defender because he is Ricky Pierce.
Yeah, you nailed that. Like, that was pretty impressive. You didn't really impress me there. I knew you were going to get a lot of these, but even some of those polls was like, wow.
Yeah, man, all those Hoop magazines and Basketball Digest, Street and Smiths, just reading those every night for stats, for numbers, for stories. Yeah.
Wow. And it's all stuck with you.
Finally. Finally.
I locked it in to have that knowledge forever and ever.
35 years later on a stream, it's finally paid off.